Welcome back to my channel. Here's your daily news report and fourth stimulus check update. Democratic lawmakers in Congress are worried that President Joe Biden may not be able to pass the bills that would provide American people with more financial relief. Tomorrow evening, I will be giving away more $75 Amazon gift cards. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and please leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone. Democratic Senator Joe Manchin is resisting growing pressure from his fellow Democrats to go it alone on President Joe Biden's proposed $2.3 trillion tax and spending plan. Even as infrastructure negotiations between the White House and a coalition of Republicans ran into a wall this week. When asked whether he supported using budget reconciliation to pass the American Jobs Plan package, Senator Manchin said, "I'm not close to the thought process on that. We're just trying to find an infrastructure bill we can all agree on." The political advocacy group backed by billionaire Charles Koch has been pressuring Manchin to oppose key parts of the Democratic agenda, including filibuster reform and voting rights legislation. That lobbying effort appears to be paying off, since Manchin has said that he opposed eliminating the filibuster and that he would not vote for the For the People Act. But 60 votes are needed to break the filibuster in the Senate in order to allow legislation to get a final vote. Democrats, who have 50 seats, have narrow control of the chamber because of Vice President Kamala Harris's tie-breaking vote. Senate Democrats are definitely growing impatient. They are prepared to go it alone on President Joe Biden's sweeping infrastructure package with a Democratic-only approach. At a closed-door lunch, Democratic Senator Kyrsten Sinema informed her caucus that she would try to get a bipartisan deal with Republicans on an infrastructure package. But after the meeting, one Democrat after another expressed deep frustration. President Joe Biden's infrastructure talks with Republicans ended. The end of the talks will increase pressure on Democrats to pass a sweeping package using a special process that does not require any Republican votes in the Senate. Weeks of negotiations failed to bring the White House and Republicans close to a deal. They remained far apart on the total price tag for a bill, which types of projects should be included, and whether to raise any new taxes. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said that as negotiations seem to be running into a brick wall, Democrats are pursuing a two-path proposal that includes focusing on new talks among a group of senators from both parties, including Kyrsten Sinema and Rob Portman. Chuck Schumer stated, "At the same time, we are pursuing the pursuit of reconciliation. It may well be that part of that bill that'll pass with a bipartisan, and part of it will be through reconciliation. But we're not going to sacrifice the bigness and boldness in this bill." After negotiations broke down, the backup bipartisan infrastructure group wrapped up an almost 3-hour meeting Tuesday evening in the Capitol. Republican Senator Mitt Romney had told reporters, "This group is making a lot of progress, but we have a total of 100 senators, not 8. We went through line by line, and we've got pretty good agreement on most of those and went to the pay-fors. There doesn't appear to be an agreement among the group on the overall top-line number, as well as how to pay for the bill. But senators are starting to float a rough timeline of within the next week, as when there could be a framework." A White House official said Republicans were asked whether they could raise their offer by a significant amount and that they couldn't. President Biden also asked them to be specific in thinking about how to pay for the proposal without the 2017 tax plan, and they couldn't do that either. Several lawmakers want to pass more relief money, either as a one-time direct payment or a recurring payment throughout the crisis, citing broad support from the public and financial analysts. According to a recent study, the first 3 stimulus checks helped reduce hardships like food insufficiency and financial instability. Biden is open to a range of ideas on what would be most effective and what's most important to the economy moving forward. More than 80 members of Congress have signed letters urging the president to provide repeated payments for the remainder of this crisis. And most recently, 7 members of the influential House Ways and Means Committee wrote to ask the president to include regular checks in his new families plan. Backers of additional stimulus checks are pointing to new evidence that previous payments offered crucial relief. A University of Michigan analysis of census data found that the 2 rounds of stimulus checks resulted in lower rates of financial instability and food shortages. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders wrote in a Twitter post, "Government can and should continue to address the needs of working people, not just the 1%. Growing numbers of everyday Americans are urging the government to provide further payments. Over 2.3 million people have signed an online petition started out by an out-of-work restaurant owner from Denver, asking for new $2,000 stimulus checks for adults and $1,000 payments for children. Leave a comment below if you support another round of stimulus checks."
Madam President, you might have missed it, but without much fanfare, the White House quietly released the president's budget on the Friday before a holiday weekend. Maybe we weren't supposed to notice the plan at all, but the contents make it impossible to ignore. President Biden is proposing higher taxes on working Americans and cuts to our national defense to pay for a massive expansion of the federal government and enactment of the radical progressive demands like parts of the Green New Deal. What can't be paid for is simply put on the nation's credit card, adding trillions of dollars of red ink. President Biden's budget can be summed up like this: higher taxes, higher spending, and higher debt. And don't take my word for it. The New York Times wrote that Biden's $6 trillion budget would, quote, push federal spending to its highest sustained levels since World War II, end quote. Under the Biden budget, by 2028, Washington will collect more tax revenue as a portion of our economy than at nearly any point over the last 100 years. This tax collecting scheme even includes a retroactive tax increase. That's right, folks. You may owe higher taxes on past earnings.
That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful today. This coming Friday evening, I will be giving away another $75 Amazon gift card. To enter the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, like and share this video, and please remember to leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone.